Is she on Twin Cities Live? This week she was on KS95 Morning Show doing some talking, and she's just a wonderful, wonderful bright light that we're blessed to have. And Jodi's an intuitive coach, and she designs to help people achieve the life that they desire by breaking through perceived barriers, finding their inner wisdom, peace, strength, and clarity of mind. She's extraordinarily compassionate, empathetic, validating, and inspiring. She focuses on practical guidance and the removal of stumbling blocks, detailing a wealth of steps to help manifest positive change in her clients' lives. Corporate heads, household heads have long prized her honesty, unique abilities, candor, and professionalism. Lake Harriet Spiritual Community, please help me welcome Jodi Livon.
Hi. I don't know if that should be open or closed. How are you? Thank you for coming and being here. It's so good to see everybody. Everybody found parking. Everybody gets the cool vibe of this space. I love it. Who's never been here before? Really? Oh my God, you're in for such a treat. It's the best, it just is the best atmosphere. Loving people, it's wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna talk about reflection, basically, mirroring today. And I love the subject because it loops into the law of attraction, and it loops into good energy, and it loops into things that I know really well, so it wasn't like I had to remind myself by looking things up. But I do write things down to kind of perk my memory so I don't drift off into something else. The first thing, and I heard Neil do this morning too, the first thing I like to do is something you might have already done, not just here, but when you were home, is get yourself in your body. Because usually we're drifting above our bodies, and we have to bring ourselves back in. And anytime we talk about things spiritual, it opens us up, it raises our vibration, and it opens us up to other energy. And sometimes that other energy might be crackly. And you don't want crackly energy. You want the really wonderful, loving, positive energy that most of us exude, but sometimes, God bless you, sometimes we have crackly energy too. So that said, uncross your legs and press your feet into the ground. And if you want to close your eyes, that always helps. Press your feet into the ground and kind of roll your feet so you can feel the soles of your feet gripping the ground. Then move your feet back and forth, and you can start to feel sort of a vibration. Great. Then press your feet into the ground again and say your full name to yourself 3 times slowly. And inhale as much air as you can into your body and hold for the count of 4. And then exhale for the count of 4. Now inhale deeply for the count of 4. Hold it for the count of 8. And then exhale for the count of 4. Do that once more. Inhale all you can for the count of 4. Hold it for the count of 8. And then this time just exhale all of the air from your body. And then eyes closed still, just listen to yourself breathe. And imagine an iridescent white light coming up from the core of the earth, and it is made of pure love and earth energy. And it moves up through the soles of your feet, coming up, working its way through every single cell in your body and filling it with light. It's like a hug from the universe, from within. And as you inhale, more of that light comes up from the core of the earth and moves up through your body, and as you exhale, pops out the top of your head and encircles you in an egg-shaped glow. Imagine that glow. Every time you inhale, that light comes up through your body, filling you with light, and as you exhale, it comes down around you in an egg-shaped glow of protection and light. And now you can open your eyes. The next weird thing I'm going to have you do is go like this, just gently. And then, sometimes people butterfly it, but just tap right here around your heart chakra. Gently lift your arms, do little circles, and then hold your palms out and feel the warmth that comes when you do that. And know that that is the universal light of love, compassion, health, and protection. And then bring your hands back down and lay them on your palms. And do like this with your hands. Go one more time like this. And then rest. Something very weird and interesting that I have realized is all these techniques that we do when we're little to help us when we're sad. One of mine was this, and I'm finding out all that means, and I'm not going to even address it till I can really address it. And then the other one was this. You know, I know a lot of people do it different ways, but going like this. And how about when you cry? I cried a lot as a child. I cry a lot now too, but I cried a lot as a child. And that, try that. And then exhale. All of these things I'm learning from studying breathing. All of these things actually automatically calm us and do some very beautiful things for our body and our soul. So thank you for doing that with me. Okay, here's where I do this for a couple minutes, but I promise I won't stand behind here. I look at the videos. Does anybody look at the YouTube videos from Lake? I look at them, I watch them, I think they're so much fun. And then I'll, of course, criticize myself. That's why I don't have paper anymore, because I'm standing behind this. But I need my glasses and I need this to read, and I want to read something for you. Has anybody heard this quote? Of a certainty, the man who can see all creatures in himself and all creatures knows no sorrow. This is something I have kept close to me my entire life, adult life. And forgive me for not pronouncing this correctly. It's by Isha Upanishad. Anybody heard that name? Of a certainty, the man, women, anybody, all of us, can see all creatures in himself and all creatures knows no sorrow. This is because circumstances unfold, and the way we respond to it, that kind of tells us what's going on for our soul. It's not a punishment. Think of it as triggered learning. I don't know if anybody has ever made that up before, but I did just, a couple days ago. Triggered learning. When you see somebody and they do something and it triggers you, guess what? It's not about them. It's about you. Okay, so this is the only other thing I'm going to read. This is from my first book, The Happy Medium, Awakening to Your Natural Intuition. I love it when I'm like, I want to write about this, but I think I have, and then I find it. Your energy is the same thing as your vibration. And every thought you think and every word you say, most every, and all the feelings you have, that's everything that you do that your energy is projected out, and it's magnetized back. So every single thing that happens, the way we respond to it is a mirror reflection of how we feel, think, speak. So this is big time law of attraction. So for example, if you are running into people for the last week who are so sweet and so kind, and they're from your past, or you're at a store, or somebody gives you their parking spot, you're like, my energy is rocking. I'm magnetizing really great stuff. Tap yourself on the back, or, go like this. And feel good about that, because that's mirroring your energy. If, on the other hand, I love this story. Forgive me, I might have said it here before. I read this when I was driving my kids to preschool at that particular time. This was very funny to me, and it's funny now, and they're not in preschool anymore. This mommy always drove her children to preschool, or to school. And one day, the daddy did. And the little 3-year-old said, and I'm not going to swear, but there is a swear word in here. She said, "Daddy, where are all the A's today?" Get it? Where are they all? Where are all the, essentially the bad drivers? And he would swear while he was driving. I thought that was hilarious. And have you noticed that when you drive and you're in a good space, people are usually a little bit more kind? But when you're in a really bad space, your energy radiates, and man, that negative energy comes right at you. So what we see, what we say, and what we think is what we get. There is a corner of that I learned in the last several years from my own experience, and it breathes very loudly, is that not every single thing that happens to you is because you thought something bad. If you broke your leg or all of a sudden you have an autoimmune disease or you have cancer, God forbid, any of that, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means that you're here to learn on this planet. Earth, we are here to learn. It is our school. It truly is. And everyone on it is your teacher. So everything that happens to you, you can use that to help you feel more grounded and feel your light, so you have more love to share with the world, but mostly for yourself, truly. Because you're not doing it for anybody else, you do it for you. I'm standing here for me. It's fun to see you, but this is awesome for me. To be with people who also know how important your spirituality is, how important your soul is, how important what you do and what you put out into the world is, that makes my spirit sing. And there could be 100 more people, and that would be lovely, but I wouldn't be any happier. I just love this. Thank you for being here and being a part of it, and I'm very, very happy that I've been invited to do it. So how is it that we are mirrors, right? So how is it when you're ticked off at somebody that that's a mere reflection of something that might be going on for you? Have you noticed that? That when you are feeling really good, you magnetize that good stuff to you. When somebody's really ticking you off, let's say you're at a meeting for work, and there's a guy that consistently comes in late. Always this person comes in late. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, but 20 minutes. 20 minutes late. All of the time, and you're mad. You're like irritated by it. It's just irritating. You think it's disrespectful, and in fact, the meeting is impacted because you're waiting for this person to come in so you can be ticked off at them. I mean, this is not an abnormal thing that happens. This can be how we respond to the world around us. One of the ways that you can disempower that is to think to yourself, I'm sometimes late and it really bothers me. And that's why it bothers me that this person's late. Also, I work really hard to get here on time, but I don't know what's going on for that person. They could be dealing with their mother who's, in the end stages of life for the last year. I just don't know. I do know that it's not appropriate, but I'm not the boss. And what if you are the boss? And how do you address it? That's another story. But the big thing is to say to yourself, it's okay if it irritates me. Where am I late? Where do I have a problem with time? Or where do I beat myself up silly to get someplace on time? And when I'm 2 minutes late, I think I'm the worst person in the world. If you look at things as a reflection that way, you don't take it on. So I'm all for knowing that the world mirrors things to us, but also it's important to not take it on and beat yourself up with it, because then you miss the point. So many moons ago, an old friend of mine had a child with a very severe disability. And I tell this story a lot. I should probably tell her I tell the story, but since I don't say her name, I guess it's okay. Somebody said to her in the spiritual realm, well, you must have done something in a past life to deserve it. Okay, that's just some kind of awful, isn't it? It's not true, number one. And number two, it's not true. And number three, it's just mean. But that was that person's understanding. They were beginning to learn about the law of attraction, and that was their understanding, and they goobered it. So could that have been a reflection of something my friend was thinking? I don't think so, but she was vulnerable. She was vulnerable. Now, was the person who said that a horrible person? No, they weren't. They were learning. It was a terrible thing to say, but they were learning. So had I been there, and I have been there, present, for people doing really odd things and looking at me like, isn't that right, Jodi? I had a dream about somebody's son dying last night. Doesn't that mean he's going to die? No. And don't tell them. No. It means that person's changing. And more likely, since when we dream, it's more about the dreamer than anyone else, what is it about you that's changing in that child that you are? It's not, the one that knows about you is you. You have all the answers inside of you, but you can use the world around you to help enlighten you. So when somebody does something kind, know that it's also a reflection of your own energy. If all the drivers out there are not very good at the moment, maybe it's your energy too. I mean, they're driving like they're driving, that's true. But why is it you're in that lane? What lane do you want to be in? Clean up your energy. So what's being mirrored back to you, you can use without being defensive. Right? Does anybody have FOMO? Do you know what FOMO is? Well, I feel like so with it right now. It's basically fear of missing out. And social media has given this a lot of power, right? So the other day, I have been really busy, and I have been very grateful that I have been so busy with my work and my kids, and my baby graduated from college. And she's moved a truckload of her stuff into my house. And that's okay, I have pictures, but won't post them unless she gives me permission. So I was kind of decompressing after a long weekend in Madison, and I was looking online, and there were some people that went out, and I wasn't included, and I almost never get FOMO. And I got FOMO. And then I started thinking, well, why wouldn't they include me? And then I thought, I didn't really want to be included, and I wasn't even in town. But what's happening for me that I'm feeling that way? Oh, I know what's happening for me. I need to make more of an effort with my friends. As busy as I am, I need to make more of an effort with my friends. And the FOMO went away. So that's an example of how I use my experiences to help enlighten me for myself. If I ran into somebody that does what I do and they were having enormous success and I had that feeling of, oh my God, I feel bad right now, that would just mean I'd have to look closer in myself to see what am I not doing for me and my work that I would have that feeling. Because envy and jealousy is really just you, a tap to your soul saying, you want to do more in your own creative endeavors or whatever it is that you're feeling envious about with this person or ticked off when you see them. Do something for yourself and you won't feel that way. No one has power over you because you can control your response. And the world at large is weird right now. Really weird. But you can control your response. If the anger that's out there right now, you're absorbing that, it's mirroring something for you, do you really want to live that way? Or do you want to say, I believe in these causes and I'm going to do these proactive things in peace to get what I need, my voice heard? That's awesome. But do you want to live in anger? And do you want to be watching every 2 seconds for something political to happen that you don't like? It's always going to be there, you're going to look, but do you want to live in that? The world is reflecting what's happening on the planet. But you can be a part of reflecting back something really positive, and it makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. So I'm an energy reader. Does anybody else understand that they read energy? Do they feel energy? Everybody here is psychic. Every single one of us. And everybody here is mediumistic. You're shaking your head no, like you're not. Everybody is. Now, pardon me? Yeah. Some people, yes, more creative, more intuitive than others, but you can always build it. So we're running around always feeling like an insect, feeling with their little feelers, right? We're reading energy, we might not know it. We want to clean our energy up and clean our boundaries up so we're not always absorbing everything, but we are reading energy. When you put out good energy, when you're in a place of feeling, I actually feel really good today. My whatever's not hurting, or I'm not worrying about something, or I am worrying, but it's not taking over. I feel good today. And you land in that energy, or I'm not feeling as lousy today, and you land in that energy, you put that energy out and you help the world. You help the world. Everyone helps the world. And I'm all for growing as a soul. I believe every single one of us is here to grow as a soul. People go, what's my purpose? To grow as a soul. And what does that mean? Am I supposed to find a cure for diseases? Well, if that's what you're here for, to help grow you as a soul, you bet it does. But your other purpose might be to be kind to the person in the grocery store. And to let them go first because it looks like they're struggling with holding all their stuff. Or when you are with somebody that's always ticking you off. Do we use that term anymore? Ticking you off, right? It's still a valid term. I think so. When somebody's ticking you off, instead of thinking, gosh, I wish I could give them the finger, actually 2 fingers right now. What is it that's bothering me? And where could there be something in the story I tell myself about this? Because when you do that, you become more enlightened, your vibration is raised, and you're really sticky for the good instead of sticky for the icky. You are. When your vibration is raised like that, when you use it like that. If something happens and it's just bad, you can just say that was bad. But later, if it stays with you, you can say, what is it I haven't worked out? And where is it I can grow for me? And I can use that. I can just use that. So, if we're here to grow as a soul, one of the things that helps us grow as a soul is our intuition. Because it's the voice of our soul. Our intuition is our communication with our higher self. Our higher self connects with our higher power, right? It's all about that. Why not? If you can look at the world around you as your teacher, mirroring things to you and just showing things to you, and you can decide you're going to land on something that's empowering. That doesn't mean it's flowery and perfect. It means it's empowering and it's real and you can feel it inside of you. Want me to tell you how you can feel it? This is how intuition works. Take a deep breath. Your breath is the answer. When you can just listen to yourself breathe, your intuition starts really strong. There's a way that when you know something intuitively, your body hums. It just vibrates differently. When someone fibs to you, your body will tell you that. That's the language of your intuition. You might hear something, see something, feel something, smell something, taste something. Your body will tell you. When you are getting a message from your angels, from your intuition, from your higher power, your body will hum. When you're supposed to take notice of something, your body will hum. When you're admiring someone, your vibration is raised and your body will hum. When you see something in someone that you love, that's a reflection of you, of what you are and what you could be. All of it. And when you see something that doesn't appeal to you, it's a reflection of your fear. It's a reflection of your fear, and it's the teacher too. But not everything. So and when I study my religion, part of it says there's an answer for everything, or there's a message in every little thing that happens. And I think there's truth in that. But I also think if you trip, it doesn't mean you have to spend the next 10 years trying to figure out why you tripped. Because you tripped. There's other ways to expand. Could be you're tired. It could be that you're wearing high heels and you're 80, and maybe that doesn't work anymore. Doesn't matter. If something's not working for you when you're looking at what's happened for you and you're trying to figure out an answer and you're stuck, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Walk away. The universe will keep reflecting and showing you something else, because the universe is beautiful and helps you learn more about why You're here, and you're here to grow. So some darling person, when they came in, said, I hope you can tell me something good about my future, which is really sweet. And I wish I could too, but I don't read the future. I read the signs that show me what may happen. Because the only one that knows the future, this is my opinion and my experience, is God, the universe. But you can read the signs that tell you things that help enlighten you to make your road even easier and more joyful. And the way that you read those is by not being offended by every single thing that happens, by finding some peace and using your voice in a proactive way. And knowing that when something makes you happy and makes you sad, it's mirroring something, which is great. Your soul is speaking. What's the message? If it doesn't feel good and if it doesn't make you go, okay, now I understand and I feel broader and happier inside, let it go. If it's a message that your guides want you to know, they'll come back with another one. And you can say to yourself, what a glorious day. Angels, come closer. Come help me. I just had an exchange with somebody and it's upsetting to me and I'd like to understand it. What is it that's triggered in me? About me. Because it sticks, because I feel like it's about me, and if it isn't, then I can let it go. Angels can help. Your guides can help. Your higher power can help. All of it through your intuition, because that's how your soul communicates. Who has questions? Comments, questions? Oh, wait 1 second. I think they have a...
Gary, do we want to capture audio?
I gotcha. I didn't warn ya.
So this may sound like I'm trying to pawn it off on someone else, but what if you're in a relationship with somebody that seems to have issues that don't feel like they're yours, or you kind of perceive that maybe it is just about them?
Well, that's good boundaries to think that's about them, but you're with them, so there's something in it for you. So then you say to yourself, is there a reflection about what this person is doing, even if it's that they're not looking at it, and are there ways you're not looking at your own stuff? Because people get caught in their little circle. They go around in a little circle, right? And they can't see out of it. And as much as we love them, we can't always help them figure it out. If you hold a place for them to figure it out and you show some compassion, you open up a whole bridge between the two of you and you help them in that way. Then you look at yourself and you say, what's bothering me about this? Do I do this? Am I stuck somewhere and I don't see it? Or is it bothering me that I'm in a relationship with somebody who's not seeing it? And from being where I am and doing thousands of readings, I can say the answer usually is in something for you to learn about it, and it's not them. They've got their own stuff. They have to figure that out. It's not that that doesn't exist, but that it's triggering you and bothering you, and you're in this relationship. What can you do to be in the relationship and not get bothered by it? That's the power. A lot of people want to jump out of the relationship. I've done that. Anybody else here? And then you get a little bit older and you're like, okay, wait, same issue, different person. So it must be me. They've got their stuff, I'm going to figure out my stuff. That's what's empowering. And then it won't bother you so much anymore. Socks on the floor, someone's late, someone has a temper, they come home grouchy from work. What can you do for yourself? Now, there's a difference if somebody is verbally abusing you. You know, when you're being abused in that way, then also it's like, what am I getting out of this relationship? Maybe you were abused as a kid, and this is helping you work that out. And that person's caught in that because they don't want to do that. Who would want to do that? Really? Because they do it worse to themselves. Then that's a whole different step. But the big thing is to say, what is this person potentially mirroring in me? What can I do about it? And how can I create a boundary so I see it's their stuff so I can just go on and have fun when they're grouchy? I hope that helps. Anybody else have a question? Yes, ma'am.
So, do you have any other suggestions besides thinking happy thoughts to keep your energy raised?
Yes. I like to swear. Post-breast cancer diagnosis, I do it a lot. Not in a place like this or on TV, the radio, thank God, but I do it. So this is the best thing that I do is I say, I may not be able to feel my joy right now, but I can find something less crappy to focus on. That's not a swear word, is it? I can find something less awful and just focus there, or I can go neutral. I feel like going neutral would be really good for you. And going neutral would be, I'm not going to expect myself to have a happy thought. I'm not going to expect myself to get unstuck from the negative thought or be in the negative thought. I'm just going to go neutral. I'm just going to literally listen to myself breathe and put myself in neutral. A little bubble around you would help protect you so you can, it's not that the happy thoughts they'll find you. Does that make sense? Go neutral. Take the expectations off. Just take your expectations off and just say to yourself, I might be in a grouchy space or I can't find my happy right now, and that's all right. Because when you do that, you just lift your vibe. It's all about raising your vibe. You just give yourself permission to be where you are, but not spew on other people. It's the spewing on other people that is a problem. What happens when you have something in your mouth like gum and you want to roll your window down? Don't do this because it's so bad for the environment, but you want to roll your window down and spit it out, right? But you forget to roll your window down and you spit and here's your gum. Maybe it comes right back on you because your yeeky vibe will come right back to you in a million ways. And if you're in a dark space, then you just say, I'm in a dark space. I want to be in a better place, but I'm in a dark space. And that's okay too. Because just saying that separates you from that, and you get higher and higher and higher. Where's the microphone?
We've got one here, Jodi.
Oh, here.
Oh, yeah, hi. You mentioned the law of attraction. Can you give us some daily tips on how we can get started with that?
Yes. I love the law of attraction. I fought with it for many years. Here's my rendition of how it works. What we see, what we say, and what we think is much of what we get, but not everything. We can't control an earthquake. We can't control an earthquake in our own life. But what we can control is our energy, and that makes everything that good that can happen come to us. So you understand that your vibration is a magnet, and everything or most everything that comes to you in your normal everyday life is steel, and you take care of your own vibe. Not your partners, not your coworkers, your vibe. By concentrating on breathing, and there's that little story that we always tell ourselves, whatever your story is, you're not tall enough, you're not smart enough, you're always late, whatever your story is, you just look at that and say, that's like a little kid repeating itself. And you find an affirmation that gives you power. I am love and light in action. So listen, feel your vibe when I say this, and I've done this here before. Say it to yourself or say it out loud. I am love and light in action. I feel the light. I see the light. I am the light. This lights me up. Does it light you up? When you say that over and over again, you raise your vibe, and then you start to think about what do I love? And you picture it in your mind, and you hug it. And you think about it when you're in a good space. Don't think about it when you're not. You got to think about it when you're in a good space. And it will come to you. When you think something with lots of passion, you are drawing more of that to you. So when you're in a bad mood and you're thinking about bad things, you say to yourself, I'm not going to listen to that story. I'm going to say something positive and change my vibe and completely change what I'm looking at and what I'm thinking about. So I'm not caught. It works. It works. Many moons ago, I kept having dreams that I was supposed to be out here talking to people. Right? As a kid, who used to have the little radios or the little boxes that you hit record? What are those? You remember these? You hit record and you had a little tape, a cassette. I did that. I practiced that I was on TV and the radio. I don't know where I got this. I just thought I was going to be talking, and I didn't know what I'd be talking about either. Right? That's law of attraction, because I kind of knew it as a soul and I put it out there. How many times have you thought something that you really wanted to happen and it happens? Right? it works. Now, not with every single thing, but it works. And it really works when you're in chemo and you're doing something like huge, life-altering, something health-related or otherwise that it's a major thing in your life. You can't act like, oh, I'm so excited to have chemo. It's just so fun to get neuropathy. You say to yourself, I'm doing this so I'm going to live. I'm going to think the most wonderful things. Chemo is amazing. It has saved lives. It's going to get something yucky right out of me. And then I focused on how good I was going to feel. So it wasn't like I was pretending something bad, was it? And that helped me to focus on. The lady next to me was wearing a really pretty scarf, and last time she was crying the whole time. To focus on the fact that time was really going fast when I was doing that. What you focus on is so powerful. That's why having affirmations on hand is really helpful. Affirmations that you love.
Law of attraction, I would like to share with you a short story what happened 1 week ago about driving experience. Law of attraction with humor, of course. So, and you tell this your story, and I was thinking, why I tracked the situation 1 week ago in the road. So, and I understand now completely why it happens with me. Okay, I was driving 169 North with 5 balloons in my car.
With 5 what in your car?
Balloons.
Balloons? All right.
Yes,
How'd you see?
somebody birthday, 5 balloons. So I was driving on my dance class, dance eve. So I was happy and good mood. And one balloon blow up, and it's okay. And after 5 minutes, in front of me, car started to fire. Smoke, not fire, smoke. Completely, I did not see anything. It was something happens with the radiator. It was completely smoke, black, and I looking back, and it was everybody was speeding. I was thinking, okay, this situation for me, like how I can to charge road, how I can to control situation, how I can be fixing everything, because I know about law of attraction, I know about how powerful, I know who I am, and completely what I did. Usually what I do, I pee, but not easy way, crazy way. So everybody behind me, slow down, listen my message, and so everything was okay. I switched the lane, and this car was pulled out. This was guys, something happened with this car, and everything. We go through the smoke. Everything was fine, no accident. I think, why I attract this situation? I was good mood, everything was okay. So, and now I completely understand, because like I challenge, sometimes I challenge myself, like light warrior in past. There was a lot of, I was light warrior always in my past life. Like light warrior, I like challenge myself, how I can to control situation, how I can to fix and help people in the road. It's just exactly that give me experience.
What a wonderful experience. I mean, what a horrible experience that you made something wonderful. So in the middle of something very difficult, you were talking to your higher self, and you helped change things around you. That's a lovely story. Thank you for sharing that.
You probably prevented an accident. You probably prevented an accident.
Oh, for sure.
It's not that it's just that. It's the focus around me that I think situation is okay, but not for me. I don't know.
I'm curious to know about our, with the law of attraction and wanting the best outcome and thinking the best things. But I'm wondering about a handful of people, say, for instance, leadership, who have the say and make decisions for, say, like 5 people, and then you have 30,000 people. And if they might have a little bit of corruption in their pocket, a little bit going on. If that happens and it's evident, and these 30,000 people try to stand up and find answers and have their human rights honored, but they are very much time and time again disrespected and abused. for me, myself, looking at those 5 people, I want to see them, frolicking through the meadow with, a daisy in their hand and see them happy and send them love and light, but just me as one person to do that, I don't know how much good that's going to do.
Yeah, I'm
it
not
doesn't
telling
do
you to
good for
send them
me
light. That makes
because
it
I'm, worried about what do we do.
Right.
But do you have any advice for us, for the 30,000 and for those 5?
Well, I think it's,
Thank you.
obviously, it's more than 30,000. And when you said, send them love and light, seriously, I wanted to make the vomit gesture. So the planet, just like we all have a soul plan, the planet has a soul plan, and we're part of it. This planet is evolving. Sometimes we're not helping. The biggest thing to do is to know that you don't have to love them, but there's a wider picture here that you're not seeing. And what you can do, you do. If you don't want to send them love and light, don't send them love and light. You can send them the finger if you want. Get it outside of you so you know you're upset. Not literally cut off your finger and send them the finger. But know that you're upset. I just don't want this coming back to me like she said. Know that you're upset about what's going on, and that's all right because you want for the good of all. And that the best thing that you can do is use your voice and vote and march if you want to march, and that there's a way bigger picture going on right now than what we see. This is extraordinary times, but if you look at history, certain things have happened before. And how has it come out? Let's look to see what's happened in history and learn from history. If you have a child that has ADHD, and you know that you have to do certain things for that child to help them reach even ground, and you don't like the way that the world is dealing with it, you can't change the world, but you can change doctors. So you change what you can change. If every single one of us does something to change what we can change, in light, not hate, but in light, that does make a difference. Yes, thank you for asking. That was a lovely question. Next.
Wonderful. We'll move right down here. We've just got a few minutes left.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Jodi, for being here. I can't tell you how much I needed this morning
thank you for saying
related to the previous topic and many other things. I feel like I have done so much deep personal work in the last 15 years. I think I'm finally becoming who I came here to be. Because, to that previous question too, you can get so lost in the expectations of others and what you think the world wants you to be. And I always say a lot these days that authenticity is the new sexy. And so my question really is that in that attempt to be authentic, sometimes it's a slippery slope, or it's like being on a roller coaster, and I feel like I've done so much deep personal work and just really trying to put light out in the world and, shining a spotlight on the darkness in order to lift the light, but I feel like I'm growing, and then I'm at the bottom end of the roller coaster, and then pretty soon I've got my hands in the air going, woohoo, yeah, and then I'm down again. So is there a way to kind of keep that upward momentum?
More evenness? So being more even?
Yeah, well, and I don't want to be even, because to me that's flatlining. I want to be going I want to be kind of continuing on an upward trajectory of love and light.
So one thing to know is that evenness is not flatlining. Evenness would be feeling your light. Evenness would be in your body, being grounded, enjoying what you're doing, and every moment you do that, you're going up. That is how you, everyday tasks, doing the dishes, mowing the lawn, taking the garbage out, being present and loving your moment. Whatever moment you're in that you can, that is how you keep going up. And when you are down, no beating yourself up over it. And if you're beating yourself up over it, don't beat yourself up over beating yourself up over it. Just say to yourself, this is where I'm at, I'm not feeling great, and that's all right. Because I will feel great again. That's how I handle it, that's how I've told people to handle it. And I think it works.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have a thing that happens to me where I basically regularly feel like I am reading the future. And so I might step into a situation and give somebody a clue. Like a couple weeks ago, I was at my dad's church and I told the tech people, just in case somebody faints in here, keep the cameras on the speaker. And, a few minutes later, somebody came walking up the aisle and fainted right in front of me.
Precognitive hit and run. It's a precognitive hit and run.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not aware that I'm telling the future, or I'm...
So you're reading the signs of what you see. You're not telling the future. This is my understanding for me and for the teachings that I do. You're not reading the future. You're reading the signs that indicate what might happen. Because if you have a dream or see somebody dying, you don't want to go up to them and say you're going to die. That is a destructive thing to do, whether it's correct or not. You're reading what could happen, and that person might be going through some major change that looked to you like death. So that's why you have to be careful how you do it. I love how you handled that. That was beautiful how you handled that. But know that it's being given to you. Information is given to us, and information is withheld from us. What you do with it is exactly what you did. You just tried to make it easy if that happened. But no, I've worked with people before that have been at a party and they're talking to an old friend and they're like, oh, she's going to get a divorce, I'm going to tell her. No, none of your business. You weren't asked. You're not trained. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. And I've done this since I was 16 years old. I'm older than that now. So what you're doing is good. Your intuition is growing. What you want to do is get those boundaries rolling even bigger. And I feel like you have really good boundaries, but we all could use even stronger ones to know that you're interpreting it. If something scares you, you're just interpreting it. Are you always supposed to say something with it? No. You're supposed to know it because it helps you grow, and that's your thing. If I were doing a reading on you, which I kind of am, that's why you get these, because it helps you grow as a soul. It isn't necessarily for you to tell people. It's because it's helping you grow. When you get a hit like that, you not in front of people because it would look ridiculous, but then you go, like, I'm so happy. I read it, I saw it, it was good. That's what you do with it. It's wonderful. I'm very happy for you, actually. Quite happy for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. And I did want to say, too, that then after the service, somebody came up to me and said, the tech person who I had said, keep it, he came up and he said, you jinxed it. You jinxed the service.
No, you did not. No, you don't have that much power.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I have that power.
You don't. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Just because you see it, just because you read it, doesn't mean it's yours. Doesn't mean you're supposed to share it. Although I think what you shared was really good, and it doesn't. It's not you. You're picking things up from the universe. I don't like that they said that to you. That's when you say to yourself, I'm not that powerful. I am powerful inside of myself, but I'm not that powerful.
Great, thank you.
We've got time for...
Somebody over here
We've got time for no more, but...
This person was asking, too.
Gary is waving me off, but we'll wave you on because I know John...
Hi, Gary.
I'll just do this real quick here. How do you deal with people who are coming from a place of fear and anger? You know where they're coming from, and they're emitting all these negative vibes, and it's going around in the world these days. So
You say poo, 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 poo. No, you don't. I'm kidding.
Okay.
You don't. You can think it, though. You say what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. Decent boundaries are not doors. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. This is what I do. You stay in your space and you know that that's theirs. So you see them in the bubble of their own stuff and you don't step into it. So what I say in my mind, and now I'm saying it out loud, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. Decent boundaries are not doors. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. I just say things that separate their energy from mine. It's like stepping in dog stuff. When you are, somebody's emanating fear, because that's what anger is, and then you get too close and it gets on you, it's gross. And they don't want to do that. So having compassion will protect you too. They don't want to do that. Who wants to be spewing negative energy? None of us do. What you want to do is say, I get you're going through your own thing, and I'm going through my own thing too. I'm just going to go over here and think of some really good things about my life right now and give myself that constant message that I'm okay. That's what you do. That's what you do. And if you have to watch TV and watch the news, because I think it's important to stay aware, when you're done, wash your hands. I mean, it's great to watch the TV and watch the news. Take it in bites, right? Wash your hands afterwards. Separate your energy. So you know that, and you are aware of what's happening in the world, and you can be part of the goodness of it. But the minute you start to feel hate, step away. Step away. Decent boundaries are not doors. I'm a poet. And I know it. If you go online and you do affirmations, Jodi Livon, or you go to Goodreads, and I write books about this too, I have a lot of affirmations. And I wrote them because they help me, because I have had a tough early life. And I realized I was doing them for my clients, and I just started like writing them down, and people like them. So
I have a journal that I write my gratitude on one side of the page every morning, and on the other side of the page, I have a list of I am statements. I'm nervous when people sit in my chair all the time and look in there and go, I am this or I am that. It's not negative. It's like, oh, no, girlfriend.
right, the I ams are really good. Are we done?
We are.
Thank you very much. Please go to theintuitivecoach.com for information about me. I've got an event coming up on June 4th. It's going to be really fun, and it's here in the Twin Cities, and it's in person, and I do readings. So if you like stuff like that, this is a great place. It's Anoka, but it sounds farther than it is, and it's wonderful, and I'm on TV, and I've been on KS95, and I'll do that again. And I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please do check out Jodi's website and everything. You're so active and so wonderful. We so appreciate you here. It's amazing. And doesn't 45 minutes go quickly when you're talking about interesting topics and working on interesting things? And one of the few books I've read in recent history was your book on intuition, which was wonderful. And ask Jodi about intuitive shopping, if you'd like. She's got a whole thing on intuitive shopping, and it works. But now's the time when we would invite you to join us in our offering. We own this building, we take care of it, we got the heat on, and we got everything cooking, and we do appreciate your assistance. We do now take Venmo, and you'll find a little tag in the offering. But we do thank you. We are funded by your donations, and it is our primary source of income. And you can also support us by becoming a member. Just go online and sign up as a member. It helps our numbers. It helps everything. And I would remind you that you are parked. You are here. Enjoy the neighborhood. The farmers market is going on just down the street. And so now we will have our offering.
Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's really what you want, because your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you do not know. And if you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Whenever you are sleeping and your dreams take you away, go on with your dreaming and listen to what they say. And if you hear spirits talking, their wisdom can't be bought. Apply it to your thinking, and energy follows thought.
Thank you, Willie. I would invite you to raise your hands and repeat after me. God's perfect love, flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you. Now, as we like to do, we're going to make a circle around the middle of the chairs here. We're going to join hands, and Jodi is going to send us off into the day with some wonderful inspiration. I would also, while we're making the circle, some people have to go way in the back to get around. I would invite you to stick around afterward if Jodi is kind enough and has time. She loves talking to people and hang out.
Let's do the hokey pokey. This is so lovely. Man, I want a picture of this. Okay. Push your feet into the ground. Take a great big inhale and exhale through your nose. Thank you to our angels and our guides, our higher power, for this amazing, beautiful morning. As I wiggle my toes, I can feel the energy flowing in and through me and wrapping around every other beautiful soul around here. Say again, I am love. I am light. In action. I feel the light. I see the light. I am the light. May the light in this room stay with you and follow you for the entire week and beyond, and may you know how deeply loved and divinely protected you are. Thank you.
Some bottom so that the dancer just won't hide. You might like to hear my organ. I sit right solid right now. Cynthia, yeah, if I could hear the horns blow, Cynthia on the throne, saw her face. I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. The more I gave, the less I got. Oh yeah. What's the use of trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. What's the use of trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in my mind. Now I'm a believer, yeah, 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 yeah. Now I'm a believer. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm a believer.
There's a party going on right here. It's a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. Well, it's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Yeah. Say, come on, yeah. It's a celebration. Let's celebrate. Come on, everybody. Let's sing. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times. 'Cause everything is gonna be alright. Well, there's a party going on right here. It's a dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now, yeah. We gon' celebrate, have a good time, yeah, yeah. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. Well, it's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Yeah. Come on, yeah. Let's celebrate. Everybody, come on. Come on. Let's celebrate. Everybody, come on. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Celebrating 25 years in the music industry. Many years of success. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, on bass. On bass, we have Cool.
Here we go, gang. Sing. Celebrate good time. Come on. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Spread out now, Rosie, doctor, come cut loose her mama's reins. You know